Hey y'all, welcome to our very first lunchtime trivia. I don't know about you, but lately I cannot get enough true crime. Between Netflix documentaries, ID channel, podcasts like Crime Junkies, and true crime novels, I've been staying pretty busy here in self-isolation. Along with this true crime quiz, I'm going to post several virtual bookshelves for you to peruse at the end and tell you about a few of my recommendations. If you're into true crime like I am, I have included podcasts, books, and documentaries I recommend. So let's go ahead and get started with true crime trivia. Keep up with your points and in the comments let us know how many you got correct. Oh, and spoiler alert, next week's lunchtime quiz will be classic TV shows. So you may want to brush up on your TV watching. Let's get started. Question number 1. In the 1940s, a woman killed 3 people and turned one of them into soap, which she gave out to her friends. True or false? The answer is true. A woman named Leonardo from southern Italy killed 3 women and in her memoir wrote about how she melted down one of the victims' fat to turn it into soap. Question number 2. A serial killer from the 1970s appeared on the dating game and actually won. Was this true or false? The answer is true. Serial killer Rodney Alcala appeared on the famous dating game show in the midst of his murder spree. He was actually selected as the winning bachelor. Police believe that he may have killed as many as 130 people. Question number 3. The BTK killer was caught because of a floppy disk. True or false? The answer is true. Dennis Rader, aka the BTK killer, often communicated with police via messages sent to local media outlets. In one, he asked police if a floppy disk should be traceable and told them to put a classified ad in the paper telling him if it would be okay if it couldn't be traced. They placed the ad telling him it'd be fine, then used the floppy disk he later sent in to trace him back to his church, where he used the floppy to print out documents he'd saved on it. Question number 4. A serial killer in Alaska would set his victims out into the wilderness and hunt them. True or false? The answer is true. Robert Hansen was arrested and convicted of killing 17 women throughout the 70s and 80s. He became known for killing some of them in this manner. Question number 5. A serial killer in Southern California got caught when he was pulled over for drunk driving and had a dead body in the passenger seat. Is this true or false? The answer is true. This is how Randy Kraft, aka the Scorecard Killer, was caught. When police saw his car driving erratically, they pulled him over and then discovered one of his victims in the seat next to him. Question number 6. A serial killer in the 1980s appeared in a low-budget horror movie where he played a serial killer. Is this true or false? The answer is false. This never happened. Question number 7. Which murderous duo is considered responsible for the Santa Rosa hitchhiker murders? Is it A, the original Night Stalker and Randy Kraft, B, Richard Ramirez and Rodney Alcala, C, Leonard Lake and Charles Ning, or D, Ted Bundy and the Zodiac Killer? The answer is D, Ted Bundy and the Zodiac Killer. Question number 8. Who claimed to have delivered the cyanide to Jonestown as a favor for his dear friend Jim Jones? Is it A, Richard Chase, B, Henry Lee Lucas, C, Richard Kuklinski, or D, Marshall Applewhite? The answer is B, Henry Lee Lucas. Question number 9. Which famous FBI agent lived 4 blocks away from John Wayne Gacy in Chicago? Is it A, J. Edgar Hoover, B, John Douglas, C, Melvin Purvis, or D, Robert Ressler? The answer is D, Robert Ressler. Question number 10. Which city in the early 1970s gained the unfortunate honor of being dubbed as the murder capital of the world? Is it A, Santa Cruz, B, Milwaukee, C, Wichita, or D, Baton Rouge? The answer is A, Santa Cruz. Question number 11. How many people did the confession killer claim to murder? Is it A, 12, B, 450, C, 600, or D, 2,000 plus? The answer is C, 600. Question number 12. Which serial killer made a living as a doctor? Is it A, Harold Shipman, B, Ted Bundy, C, Donald Hanson, or D, Randy Kraft? The answer is A, Harold Shipman. Question number 13. Which fruit was a controversial in the investigation of JonBenet Ramsey's murder? Was it A, an apple, B, pineapple, or C, strawberry? The answer is B, pineapple. Question number 14. What was the real name of the infamous murder victim now called the Black Dahlia? Was it A, Evelyn, B, Emily, or C, Elizabeth? The answer is C, Elizabeth. Question number 15. Ernest Hemingway commented on which unsolved murder? A, Marilyn Shepard, or B, the Black Dahlia? The answer is A, Marilyn Shepard. Question number 16. In 1959, the Clutter family was brutally murdered. Which famous author detailed their murders in the book In Cold Blood, one of the most popular true crime novels to date? Was it A, Truman Capote, B, Anne Rule, C, James Ellroy, or D, H. Holmes? The answer is A, Truman Capote. Question number 17. In which country did Amanda Knox find herself studying abroad when her roommate was murdered, leaving her to be charged with the murder? Is it A, Australia, B, America, C, London, or D, Italy? The answer is D, Italy. Question number 18. In 2007, Stephen Avery was convicted in the murder of a photographer named Teresa Halbach. What is the name of the Netflix documentary which brought his case into the national spotlight? Is it A, The Keepers, B, Making a Murderer, C, Stephen Avery, or D, The Staircase? The answer is B, Making a Murderer. Question number 19. Serial killer John Wayne Gacy had an alter ego in which he dressed as a clown. What was this clown ego's name? Was it A, Pogo, B, Sunshine, C, Rain, or D, Sunny? The answer is A, Pogo. Question number 20. What were the names of the 3 teenagers found guilty in the case of 3 murdered boys in Arkansas? The case known as the West Memphis 3. Was it A, Damian Eccles, Jesse Miskelly, and Jason Baldwin, B, Stevie Branch, Christopher Byers, Michael Moore, or C, Stevie Branch, Damian Eccles, and Christopher Byers? The answer is A, Damian Eccles, Jesse Miskelly, and Jason Baldwin. Okay, so thanks for tuning in to the quiz. Be sure to post in the comments how many that you got right, and I'm going to go ahead and get started and tell you about some virtual bookshelves and some really cool true crime books that I recommend. So this first bookshelf is popular true crime novels. We included Truman Capote's In Cold Blood, which was one of our quiz questions, as well as Anne Rule's The Stranger Beside Me, which is about Ted Bundy. If you're a fan of Charles Manson, Helter Skelter would be a great option for you. And then Bitter Blood is going to tell the story of a murder in North Carolina. Also, if you're a John Grisham fan, The Innocent Man might be a change from what you're used to with him. So next up is a bookshelf devoted to true crime books that can be checked out through our Libby app using any NWRL library card. The first one, Killers of the Flower Moon, is going to tell the story of how the FBI was born, and then Stranger Than Fiction is going to highlight real-life cases that inspired Agatha Christie books. I'll Be Gone in the Dark is also a really good one that is going to highlight the Golden State Killer and his infamous murder spree. Next up is documentaries available right now on Netflix, including several that were mentioned in our quiz, Making a Murderer and The Confession Killer. I've also saw The Keepers, Abducted in Plain Sight, and they are really good. And finally, this one is for fans of podcasts. If you've been hearing a lot about those lately, these are just a few true crime ones that are really good. I started out with True Crime or True Junkies down here, and then I listened to Red Ball, and now I'm listening to Counter Clock, which is the story of an infamous murder on the Outer Banks. So thanks y'all for tuning in today, and if you have any questions about any of my recommendations, please leave them in the comments.